Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakodash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim preaching this word in all truth and sincerity. So what you see here, alright, of course, as the web search reads, exploring the benefits of AI cameras for enhanced video. And as the scriptures say, most things, all things are created for good, okay? But, according to, all things are created for good, but for sinners, those good things, or for the wicked, paraphrasing, those good things can be turned into evil, right? Now you got Cain, okay, which had the bloodline of the wicked, all right, and it mentions how they were a family of murderers, man. So Esau's blessing was the sword. All right. Common tools and things of that nature. This man, improvised and created, killing instruments, man. Which that's what Cain simply means. Cain means, a killing instrument, man. All right. Like a killing weapon, killing tool. Okay. So what you see on the screen is a AI camera, and AI stands for artificial intelligence, for those of you that don't know. And when you combine AI with a camera, not only does it record, but it's able to, build a database on what it sees. Okay, it's able to, use its intelligence for other things other than recording. Now, there was somebody at work, one of the managers at the job site where I work, and they mentioned to me, I never even asked, she mentioned to me that these cameras, okay, at these stores and different buildings and facilities and government places and on the street corners, you got police AI cameras. You got these AI cameras set up, and they're building a database, okay, on everybody they're viewing, everybody that the camera is able to view. They're building a database like that movie. There was that movie Eagle Eye. With I believe it was Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, that movie Eagle Eye, and it was pretty much cameras with AI, artificial intelligence. So this AI is getting out of hand, man. Like we got Chat GPT and other AI, sources that we use, for good, okay? Help us understand certain things, but AI, Esau is creating it, using it as a weapon. All right. And we have to be mindful, being in this ministry, that, Esau, he wants to be like the Most High. He wants to be able to dictate and articulate and, assemble evils, man. Okay, this guy, he wants to have total control. This guy wants to know everything. Okay. we know that the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, uses the angels to record, to watch everything, right? That's why the scriptures say that the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Now, Esau, the so-called white man, he wants to be like the Most High. He wants to have an eye's view on everything with intelligence. So this is Mark 4:21. And he said unto them, is a candle brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick? Yeah, a light's purpose is to allow you to view your surroundings in dark places. It's there to provide you warmth, scent. Okay, you don't light a candle and place it somewhere out of your view. Alright? You don't place it somewhere where it's not having a certain use. It's either there to guide you, to have you, know where you're going, know where you're walking in dark, to light up a room so you could go in and out of that room without, stepping on something or hitting something. And also, you got candles that are lit for scent. Alright? Now this is the point in verse 22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. So this devil, he is going to use these AI cameras, okay, not only on the streets, not only in businesses, not only in government facilities, but you got to think we have smartphones, and these smartphones have these cameras. He is patching our phones, updating our phones. You always got to update, software updates, security updates on your phones. He's in your phone. He's using your phone to watch the things you do, okay? To build a pattern, to build a case, put you in a database, okay? So we have to be mindful of this, all right? It says, for there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested. You see? And this guy, this devil, which the word devil means an accuser, a slanderer, okay? He is going to use, our image, okay, our character, and then say that we're doing things that we're not doing. Okay, he's going to demonize us. But we have to be mindful not to give this bastard fuel. Okay? Here it is, you call yourself a man of the Lord. Okay? What you should be doing on a daily basis is at least praying to the Lord, is at least, watching videos, tapping in to the Spirit, okay, as much as possible. And you shouldn't be, your whole day, you're just into madness and folly, okay? Things that are vain, okay? Because here it is, he could be watching you and be like, this guy, he's not a man of the Lord. Look at his patterns. Look at his patterns. He just, utilizing his liberty, to just slack off. Okay? And best believe the elite, alright, talk to demons, man. AI, is said to be, is going to become a demon. And this man, this devil, Esau, he talks to demons. He taps into the spirit realm. Okay? And like the demons know who the elect are, man. Okay? The demons know who the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai are. And he's attempting to eventually build a system where he can tap into, and he's gonna come looking for guys, man. This fucking devil is gonna come Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai gonna give him a charge. Okay? And like the scriptures say, the Lord is against those that are settled on their lease. Alright? This man, he's gonna use this AI, this technology, to demonize the elect, to bring up false accusations and to paint a picture. But then he's also going to use it to come against 2/3 of our people, man. To come against the wicked of our people, man. Okay, because going back to what I was told, okay, which, to this day, I'm still like, man, fascinated. Fascinated how far this devil has come. Fascinated to know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai gave a carnal, brute base of man such intelligence, man. Such wisdom to create things that could be beneficial, but giving him such intelligence that he's able to do things, man. And they were telling me, or she was telling me, I should say, that this AI is building a database to eventually, catch people that are doing, wickedness, man. Okay. Which we know that it's not only going to be that, it's going to be used to paint a picture as well. Alright, because you remember a couple years ago when they were barely really showing this AI that they're able just to take an image of you, of your face, a picture, and, have somebody look, move, talk like you. They record your voice and able to make a whole skit. Families were getting calls from who they thought was their relative, but it was AI the whole time. Looked like them, had their voice. Telling them, please, please, I need help. Can you send me money? Somebody has me at ransom. And people were getting duped because it was just, that technology, man. Now, here it is 5 years later, and it's so advanced, man. Okay. A year from now, it's going to be out of this world. Alright? A year from now, it might be able to start actually thinking for itself. Okay? So, hey, it's getting serious, man. It says, "For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear." You see? So, all the things, that Esau can see, us Israelites in the truth or out the truth, believers, non-believers, guys that fell out, brothers that are, on fire. This guy is going to build a case, okay? As the scriptures say, they're searching out, making a diligent search. Okay? He's going to use it to paint an image to demonize us, and also, to lock up, our people that are being wicked, man. Without any due process, he's just going to come out and be like, look, here's the evidence. You committed this crime. Now we're locking you up. You remember that movie Elysium? The police were robots. Okay, which a robot is operated by AI. Okay. There was your probation officer, parole officer was a robot. Okay, your boss was a robot. Alright. So we're at the end, man. Okay. We are at the end of this guy's system, but he is gonna come down with great wrath. And part of that wrath is gonna be AI, man. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.